So when we begin to meditate, it can be helpful to just sort of take inventory of the senses, what we feel, body sensations from the feet, legs, hips and pelvis, the trunk, chest, shoulders, neck, face, and head. Just a general touching into those sensations, that cloud of body sensation. And then just let our attention sort of drift out to the sound field, as if we want to just take in all the sounds at once, not directing our attention to any specific sound. Just the whole sound cloud, non-judgmentally, non-filtering. Now, we may also notice some mental activity, thoughts. They could be thoughts about what we're hearing. Does this make sense? Does this not make sense? What does he mean by sensation? Could be a thought about your experience, a label like, I feel relaxed, or I feel tension in this part of my body. I wish it wasn't there, or thoughts about sounds in the room that maybe are distracting or not. But we just want to sort of take an overall general inventory, a feel of the thought space, the space in which these thoughts arise and settle. Similar to when we took in the entire sound field non-judgmentally, we can just sort of take in the space of thoughts, where they occur, how they move, the consciousness, which is the substance of thought, and the space of thought. Now, you might notice also that the experience of being you, the perceiver, the sort of center of your awareness or consciousness, is also continuous with this thought space, this aware space. So we want to just allow any thought movement to be just as it is. We're not going to add judgment to any movements of the mind, any narratives or self-talk. It's all made of the same substance, conscious substance. Similarly, we may have mental images, something we're imagining, an image of the room we're in, even if our eyes are closed, or someone's face, or an image of our own body. Now, these are also made out of the same conscious material, the substance of consciousness, which is quite a fluid substance. It's not solid. Now, when we don't push or pull on any of the aspects of this space, this conscious space, when we let go of the tendency to judge, I like it, I don't like it, this is good meditation, this is bad meditation, When we let go of the fundamental tendency to categorize in this way, we might notice a little bit more of a kind of unguarded, spontaneous experience. And again, we're allowing our attention to stay dilated, just taking in the entirety. Now, even the need to judge where our attention is, whether it's a sound or a sensation or a thought, even that need is unnecessary. It itself is simply a thought. And we let that thought, that perception just melt into the sea of consciousness. So we're not concerned whether there's thought consciousness, overlapping sound, overlapping body sensation. It can be all one, two. We're out of the business of management. We spend our day managing our experience, our attention, our minds. So this is the opportunity to just really let everything happen spontaneously. Your experience of being, of knowingness, of the conscious substance is rather porous. It allows anything to move through without resistance. Even spatial labels like top and bottom and inside and outside can just settle into the sea of consciousness. So we're not trying to modulate or control anything, including the breath. At the same time, we may notice the breath, the movement of the chest, the sensation of air moving through the nose, over the tongue, even down the throat. Just pure sensation. We don't need the visual overlay, the image of the body. The sensations feel themselves. They're self-obvious. They require no mental confirmation. So we might even feel the tendency for the manager to arise or try to grasp. That's okay. If we notice a bit of grasping, we may notice it also dissolves just as fast. We don't have an agenda with it. When we're free of agendas, everything, microscopic and macrocosmic, can be just as it is. And it is just as it is. And then we can see it, feel it, hear it, and cognize it just as it is. When we're empty of filters, when we're empty of grasping, we're absolutely full, effortlessly full. So here, even full and empty lose their meaning. Inside and outside lose meaning. They're one and the same. Movement and stillness lose meaning. Self and other dissolve into one another. So what's left when all of these filterings and management subside is deeply mysterious, carries no label, requires no understanding, has no limitation, no specific shape, no specific form, no specific color or texture, no specific sound, and it excludes nothing. No sound is excluded. No sensation is excluded. No color, form, movement is excluded. So we remain in the undefined. The mysterious. The ungraspable. And the undeniable. Just as it is.